Hey everybody, welcome back for another video. In this lesson, we're going to transfer your Wix website to WordPress. Now, in no way, shape, or form is this video meant to bash Wix or talk badly about them. This is simply a tutorial for those who have decided to use WordPress as a platform to build their website and now they need to transfer. So I've broken down this lesson into 9 simple steps. First, we need to get a temporary domain name, and I will show you how to do that for only a couple of bucks. You're going to save yourself some money. Then we need to get a web hosting account, and we need to connect that domain name to the web hosting account. In step 3, we're going to install WordPress. In step 4, I'm going to show you how to log into WordPress. In step 5, we're going to learn how to modify some settings and install some plugins that are necessary to get started. I recommend using these for every new WordPress install. Then we're going to set up our WordPress website using a template. Now, there are different kinds of templates that you can use. I'm going to use a premium one just so you guys see what the benefits are of using a premium template over a cheap free template. In step 7, we're going to transfer your main domain name from Wix to a new provider. And then in step 8, we're going to point that domain name at your new website. And finally, in step 9, we're going to change some website settings on your end to make sure that the new domain name that's pointing at the website gets recognized by the website. Okay, so the first thing we need to get a temporary domain name. Now you can head over to Namecheap or use my affiliate link in the description of this video, and here is where we're gonna find our temporary domain name. So I'm just gonna type in a domain name and click on search. Let's see if this name is available. Okay, this name is available. Perfect. The .com costs 13 bucks a year, but that's not what we want. If you look down here under different extensions, you can buy a domain name for $1.13 a year. But if you look down right here, it will tell you that this domain will rebill at a regular price of 12 bucks a year. So because we only want this domain name as a temporary domain name, we can buy it for a year for $1.13, and then after a year, just let it expire and forget about it after your website has transferred and everything works fine. Or you can just buy a regular domain name here, like buy whatever you want and just add it to cart. Okay, there we go. Then you can view cart. And here, this is why Namecheap is great. You get free privacy for a year. And what privacy means is anybody can look up the name of a person who registered a domain name along with their address and phone number. That information is just right there for you on the internet. If you go to who.is and you search for a domain name, let's say facebook.com, it will tell you everything about who registered this domain name, their address, their phone number. So if you're a person who's registering a domain name, like all your information is readily available for everybody. So sometimes you want to hide that. And that's what this WhoIsGuard thing is for. It's a 1-year subscription. It's free with new purchases. So you don't have to do anything. Just confirm your order, and your subtotal right here is, as you can see, it's only $1.38, which is nothing for a temporary domain name. So confirm your order, and then you check out. And after you check out, you're going to get a confirmation email. I'm not going to buy this domain name because I don't need this. I have domain names that I'm going to use for this tutorial. But check out, and you will get an email with all your details and your confirmation and all that stuff. Okay, so the second thing we need to get web hosting. So you can head over to my website at websitesdiy.org/deals, and I've also provided a link to this in the description of the video, so you can click on that and it will take you to this page right here. This is the web host that I recommend, which is HostGator. I've used them for quite a while. I've never had problems, and they're really fast. They're one of the biggest providers in the industry, which means they're always going to be cheaper than everybody else because at some point the economies of scale kick in and you're just the small guys can't really beat your prices. So if you click on this link right here, this will get you a discount for your 12-month plan if you want to sign up for 12 months. And this is the plan that I recommend. So you can click on this link right here. And here you have 3 different plans. And by the way, guys, I could be recommending any web host provider, but I choose to recommend HostGator. And they do pay a small commission to people who recommend them, so that's the only way I'm able to provide these free videos for you guys. If you use my discount links, if you like my videos and use my links, I will get a small commission, and I can continue making these free videos for you guys and teaching you about websites. So you have three different plans right here: the business plan, a baby plan, and a hatchling plan. A business plan is something you would need if you're building an e-commerce website, so I would sign up for that here if you're building an e-commerce website. Otherwise, you have the hatchling and the baby plan, and the only difference is on the hatchling plan, you can build one website, and on the baby plan, you can build unlimited websites. And if you want to build multiple websites, you want to use this plan right here, but we're just going to go with the hatchling plan, so I'm going to click on sign up. And here is where you pick a domain name, but because we just bought our domain name, we're going to enter it here. We're going to say that we already have a domain name, which is a temporary domain name that we bought. And scroll down. And here's where you pick your how many months you want to buy web hosting for. So I recommend you get web hosting for a year. This way you get the biggest discount. And by the way, right here you see a discount of 33%, but if it's anything less than 25%, you can use a coupon code DIY25. You can put it in right here, DIY25, and it will get you a minimum of 25% off. But as you can tell, the affiliate link I provided you found you a 33% deal, so please, that's the best deal you're going to get. You're not going to get a lower deal than if you click on that link. And if there's no current promo going on, you can use my coupon code DIY25, and you're not going to get anything better than that. And also, please use it so I can get a small commission and continue making these videos for you guys and answer your questions. Like, it doesn't matter who you buy it from. Like, if you go and buy it from someone else, they're just going to get the credit, even though I've explained things to you and made this video for you. So please use my links and my code if you like my videos. And pick a plan for 12 months. Like, I recommend you pick a 12-month plan. You can cancel later on if you want. And the great thing about WordPress is you can always transfer your site to another host later on. Like, if you're not happy and later on you want to transfer to another host and you want to cancel this plan, you can take your website with you and just move it over. You can't do it with any other website builder. WordPress is the best for that, so that's why we're building. That's why you probably want to build a website on top of WordPress in the first place, because you've read good things about it. And okay, so here we enter your username, put that in, enter a 4 to 8-digit security PIN. And here you're going to enter your billing information, but before you do, scroll down here, and this is very important. You want to uncheck all these options here. You want to uncheck this private protection thing, because WordPress already offers all of these things for you, and you don't need to connect your email to Google. You can do that for free. Backup your hard work. You can do backups automatically. You don't need none of that. So if you uncheck all that stuff, your bill is going to be much smaller here. And like I said, I've already bought this. I already use this hosting, so I can't sign up. They won't let you sign up for 2 accounts. But you basically just go down here, you click that you've read the terms, and you check out. The first email you're going to get is going to have a link to your billing portal, and the password's already generated for you right there. And the billing portal is basically where you log in and you update your credit card if it's expiring, or you want to change your primary domain name or something like that. That's where you would log in. The second email you're going to get is right here. It's going to have a link to your control panel. That's where you go to install WordPress. We're going to do that in a minute. And this is the password they've generated for you to log into your control panel. I recommend you keep these long passwords for your logins that have been automatically generated by random number generators. These are very secure passwords. You don't want your site hacked or your admin account hacked by anybody, so just use the passwords that are provided for you by the hosting company. And here's the important stuff right here. The first name server and the second name server. Now what you need to do is, now you need to go back to your Namecheap account and log into your dashboard. So here I am in my Namecheap account in my dashboard. You scroll down and you pick a website. Like, I have multiple websites I've bought, and some of them are kind of private. They're for clients and stuff like that. So I have to hide that information from you guys. I'm sorry. You click on manage beside the domain name that you bought, and just wait for it to load. And here is where you're gonna edit your name servers. You scroll down under name servers right there, and you click this arrow button and you pick custom. Now you go back to the email you've got from HostGator, and you take the first name server, copy it over. Make sure you copy it properly. Don't have any spaces in the beginning or the end. Just make sure there's no spaces in the beginning. Okay, you copy that over. You go back to your email and you take your second name server and you're going to copy that. So once that's copied over, you check this checkbox right here. And your name servers are updating. This message up here tells you it can take up to 48 hours, which is not really true. Back in the days, this process used to take as much as 2 days, but these days things on the internet work a lot faster now, so it can take you anywhere from an hour to maximum a day, maybe like probably a couple hours. So now that that's done, we're going to leave that, and the next step is to install WordPress. Okay, so the third step is installing WordPress. Now go back to your email and find the email that you received from HostGator. It's going to be your second email, and look for this link right here beside control panel. Right click on this link and open it in a new window. Here you're going to log in. Your username is in the email, and so is your password, so just copy it over and log in. After you've logged in, you'll be taken to the main HostGator control panel for your account. Now here there are a lot of things going on. There's a bunch of icons, but you're not going to use most of this stuff right here. You're only going to use WordPress, which is this icon right here. And you might want to set a professional email, so you would go here to do that. And here you can delete and upload new files under File Manager, and the rest of the stuff you're not going to need. That's for professional web developers, and yeah, you really don't need to touch any of that stuff. So right here is WordPress. We're going to right click and open this tab in a new window. Here it will take you directly to this installation box right here where you can install WordPress for free, and they also have premium options, but we're only going to use we're going to install it for free. We're not going to use the premium options. If you're not taken to this box down there, you can click on one-click installs, then go down, click on WordPress, and you're back at the same section. So here just click on install WordPress, and under here you're going to pick your domain name, your temporary domain name that you bought. I got one going on right here that I bought before, so I'm just going to use that one. Leave the install path blank. You don't want to install your website into a subfolder. You just want it to be on your domain name. Here you enter your email, your blog title, sample site, admin user, first name, and last name, and then click on install WordPress. In this pop-up window you select no thank you, I'm a web designer and I'm going to do everything myself, and right here you can click on my installs, and there's your WordPress. Now you can change your password right here, but I recommend that you use a long password that was automatically generated for you, and the password that was automatically generated for you is in the email that you should receive after installing WordPress. So go back to your email. I'm using Google. Click on inbox, and you might want to check your spam settings. There's the email. Quick install powered by WordPress. Congratulations. Here is your username, and here's the password that you're going to use to log into WordPress. Now guys, because we bought a new domain name, and I told you that it's going to take some time to become activated and connected to your hosting account. This could take anywhere from a couple hours to maximum a day. If it doesn't happen in a day, you should contact support, but normally it should happen in a couple hours, maybe even under an hour sometimes. So just be patient, and we're going to log into your WordPress after your domain name has propagated. So right now, if you click on your admin URL, you're not going to be able to log in. It's going to go to an error page because your domain name is it's not active yet. So be patient, wait for your domain name to become active, and then we're going to log into WordPress. And one more thing before we log into WordPress is there are a couple of files that we need to delete. You might not have these files, but in case you do, sometimes they get pre-installed automatically and they interfere with some stuff, so you just got to delete those two files. So go down and under File Manager, under Files, click on File Manager. Right click and open it in a new tab. Under here, look for a file called Default and look for a file called favicon.ico. Select them both. You can hold Control to select multiple files and then just click on Delete. Confirm, and you're done. So after you waited for a couple hours for your domain name to propagate and become active, we can log into your website. So go back to the email that you received from HostGator after you installed WordPress, and we'll have this link right here. It will say admin URL with the link, and it will have your username, and the password was generated for you automatically. So you can click on this link, or if you don't want to check your email, well, you have to check your email the first time to get the password, but normally you would log into WordPress by just typing this link right here, your domain name / WP admin, and it will take you to the login page. So I'm just going to right click, and I'm going to log in with the username and password that was generated. So I'll paste the password here. You can click on Remember Me and then log in. After you've logged in, you will be at your main WordPress dashboard. Now here you have a bunch of different welcome messages. It says welcome to WordPress. You have a bunch of things right here, just like a summary of your posts and pages. There's some dummy posts that were created when you first installed WordPress, so just ignore this. You can delete all these pages and posts later on. Under your activity, it has recent comments. Now this is a fake comment, a dummy comment that got posted automatically when you install WordPress. So just ignore all this stuff, and you have WordPress news over here on the bottom right. Now if you look on the left side, this is where all your main options are. So you have your dashboard at the top, you have your posts. This is where you would create your blog posts. You have your media. This is where you would upload images and stuff like that, PDF files, basically media. Under pages, you have you can create pages such as your contact page, your about page, your home page. Under comments, you have comments that people post on your website if you allow comments. And this marketplace right here, we're going to delete. That got pre-installed automatically. We don't want that. Under appearance, you can change the appearance of your site. You can install new themes here. Under plugins, you can add plugins. Under users, you have users, which is you will be your main user. You are going to be the main user of the site, but if you allow registration to your site, or you want to allow other administrators, you can add them here. Under tools, you have your tools. You can import and export your content to another WordPress site. And under settings, you have your settings. So after we have installed WordPress, there are a few settings that we need to change and a few plugins that we need to install right off the bat. So head over to Settings and click on General. Under here, make sure your site title name is correct and pick a tagline for your site. This is basically just a quick description of what your business does or what your website is about. So fill that in and then go down and click Save. After that, we need to set our permalinks. So under settings, click on permalinks. And what permalinks are is when you go to your website, you type in a domain name and you put a slash and then like page name or like slash contact page or slash whatever page. So that's where you set up the structure of those links. So under here, just click on post name and then scroll down and click save. And this way, your pages will be under WP theme helper. And your domain name.com/page name. So click save. Another setting we need to set right off the bat is we need to modify our discussion settings. So by default, so go to settings discussions, and by default your website will allow comments. But we don't want to do that. We only want to allow comments later on once your website is built. And some people don't want to allow comments on their website. So if you don't want people commenting on your blog posts or your pages, you want to disable some of these options right here. So under default article settings, you want to uncheck the first three options. So uncheck those, then scroll down. And there's this option right here that you want to check under comments must be manually approved. So even though you just disabled comments, let's say a comment slips by or something later on when you enable them, you want to have your comments all manually approved. So you can turn it off later, but for now, just pick this option, check this option right here, and then go down and save your changes. After we finish that, let's go to plugins, and by default there are a bunch of plugins that are here pre-installed, so we want to deactivate all of them, and then we want to delete them. So before you delete a plugin, you have to deactivate it and then delete. So select this checkbox at the top, which will select all the plugins, then select from this drop down saying that you want to deactivate it, and then click on apply. After that, you do the same thing, select them all again, and from here, from the drop down, select delete and then apply. Okay, so all those plugins got deleted. Now we need to add a few plugins for our website that are crucial to every WordPress install. And the first plugin we're going to add is called Force Regenerate Thumbnails. So Force Regenerate Thumbnails. And this is it right here. Force Regenerate Thumbnails. Click on Install Now. And then you activate it. And what this plugin does, it basically helps to resize all the images. So your website is going to work faster. It's going to create different copies of the same image, but different sizes. And it just makes your website work much better. Another plugin we need to install is called Maintenance. And because you're going to be working on your website and it's not live right now, go to plugins and add new and type in maintenance. Because you're going to be working on your website until it's live and until it's finished, you want to have it in maintenance mode. So if anybody goes to it, they're just going to see that your website is under maintenance, and they're not going to be able to see any of your pages or your posts. They're not going to see anything that you're working on right now. So type in maintenance. Click enter, and this is the plugin that we want right here, maintenance. Install it, and then you activate it. And the third plugin I'm going to show you how to get that we need. A third plugin is it's going to add categories to your it's going to allow for you to create categories under pictures. So by default under media, if you hover over media, it says add new and it has library, but it doesn't have any categories. So when you have a website, you're probably going to have a lot of different types of images, and you want to be able to categorize them into different folders so they're not all in one folder. And by default, WordPress does not give you that feature. It assumes that if you want that feature, just install a plugin. It doesn't come pre-built by default. So again, go under plugins, add new, and type this in. This plugin name is called Enhanced Media Library. Enhanced Media Library. Click enter, and here it is, Enhanced Media Library. This is what you want. So click on Install Now, and then you activate it. Now there's nothing you have to do for these plugins. There's no settings that you need to go into. Under maintenance, however, after you've installed this plugin, it added another little tab here on the left bottom. So click on that under maintenance right here in the bottom left corner. And here you can turn it on and turn it off. So after your website is finished, you're going to go here and you're going to turn off this maintenance mode. Okay, so now that we have installed WordPress and it's all set up, we're ready to design our website. To check how your website looks right now, hover over the site title on top and then right-click Visit Site and open it in a new tab. Now, this is a default WordPress template that got installed right off the bat, and as you can see, it looks pretty amateur, and it's not something that you would want to use for your website. So, if you go back to the dashboard and you click on Appearance and then Themes, you can add new themes here. Now, you have 3 default themes that you can choose from. They all look pretty bad. And you would add new themes by going over the top button, add new button right here, hover over it, click it, and you can pick from a bunch of free themes that you can install on your website. Now, free themes are okay. I like to use premium themes because they just make the website building process much easier. Some of them have really good page builders. You want a theme with a good page builder, because if you're coming from Wix, you're used to a nice fancy page builder, and WordPress by default does not have anything like that. So you would want to install a theme that has a page builder that comes with it. So the theme that I'm going to use is called Enfold, and I've left a link to it in the description of this video beside templates/themes. So go to that theme right now, and if you go to it, you can add it to cart. It's $59, but like I said, you don't have to buy a premium theme. I'm just recommending that you guys use premium themes. I'm going to show you how quickly you can set up a website using a premium theme right now. So here you would add it to cart, and then you don't want to pick this extended support unless you do, but normally you don't want, I never use this option, but you can add it later if you want. So you go to checkout, and then you would check out, and you would create your account, create a username, enter your billing information, all that stuff. And after you've bought your theme and you've checked out, you can log into your account and you can download it right here. If you hover over your name, you can go to downloads, and I have a bunch of different themes that I bought. The way you download a theme here is you hover over the download button, you click it, and you pick the second option from the top. So installable WordPress files only is what you would want. So you click that and you download the theme, and after it's finished downloading, we can use it in our website. And the way you would go to check your downloads, you can click Control J. You can press Control J in your browser, and that will open up your downloads folder. And from there, you can find your theme and move it over to a folder that you want. So I'm going to go back to the dashboard, and under Themes, I'm going to click on Themes, and I'm going to click on Add New again, and I'm going to upload this theme that I just downloaded. So I'm going to choose File, pick my folder, pick the zip file that I've downloaded, and then click Open, and click Install now. Now after you've clicked Install, don't click anything else. In the bottom left corner, if you can tell, there is a little bar that says Uploading, and you just gotta let it finish upload. If you click something now, if you start browsing this website, this dashboard area, and start clicking on stuff, you're gonna stop the uploading process for the theme, and it's not gonna work. So just be patient, let it upload, and then we're gonna set it up. After the uploading process has finished, you just have to click on Activate right here and activate the theme. Now this is the admin panel that this theme has installed. It's separate from the WordPress admin panel because this theme has its own options. So if you buy a premium theme, this is how it works. It usually comes with its own little panel, and you can change a bunch of settings and they will get applied to your WordPress website. So under here, I'm going to import the demo to quickly set up this website. So I'm going to click on Demo Import, and I'm going to pick the first demo. This theme has many different demos that you can import. Um, there's like over 20, but I'm just going to import this default demo right here. So I'm going to click import, then I'm going to click OK and wait for it to import. So there we go, it's finished importing. And now if we go to our website, it's going to look completely different. So hover over the top where it has your website name and click on visit site, open it up, and look at that. It looks completely different. This looks like a fully built website. Everything's done for us. If you look at the top, there's a menu, and there are a bunch of pages that you can click on and go to. For example, let's go to this page right here. This page is built for us automatically. Now, this blank space and this dark background is showing because some of the pictures that are in the demo did not get imported because they're copyrighted, but the idea here is that you're going to be using your own pictures, so don't worry about that. All you have to do is substitute your pictures where the blank areas are. Here again, you have all these icons, but the pictures that are in the background didn't get imported. So it looks kind of crappy, but once you add all the pictures, your website is going to look very good. It's going to look professional. And if you click on blog, this will take you to the blog page, and you have all your different blog posts here. And then you can click on an individual blog post, and it will take you to that blog post. And at the bottom, you can leave comments. If comments are enabled, you can disable them. Okay, so let's check what this theme did in the background. If we go over to our WordPress dashboard again and we click on posts, here we have all these posts that got imported from the demo. Now you can delete any of these if you're using this theme and you're using this demo. I'm just trying to show you how to build a website really quickly using a theme that has demo content. And so here are all your blog posts. If you go under pages, you have a bunch of pages that got created. Again, you can delete these, or you can save them. I mean, you can keep them for later just as a reference, so you can look at them and try to recreate your pages based on those. Okay, so here, this is where you would create all your pages to resemble your Wix website. Now, like I said, your best bet is to do it manually and create it page by page. So you would go to pages and add new, and you would create your pages there. But there is a plugin that you can use, and it's called CMS to CMS, Wix to WordPress Migrator. And apparently this plugin is supposed to migrate all your Wix content to your WordPress website, so you don't have to do it manually. But if you look at the description of this plugin, if you look at active installs, it only has 300 installs, meaning there's only 300 people that are using this plugin. And if you look at the reviews, they're kind of negative. A lot of people are not happy with this plugin. But like I said, you want to create your pages manually, and if you want to try this plugin, give it a shot. I have not tried it. I don't know if it's good or not. I always create my pages from scratch manually. But if you want to play around with this plugin, you can certainly do so. And the way you would add this plugin is I would say, I'll take this name, I'll copy it, I'll go back to the WordPress dashboard, and then I would click on plugins on the left side right here. Plugins, add new, let it load, and here I would search for this plugin. So I'm just going to paste that name, press enter, and here it is. So you can install it, and then you can activate it. Now let's say we're happy with this website and we've transferred all the content over and rebuilt our pages, and we've tested everything works, and we want this website to be our main website. We want to take it live. So in the next couple steps, I'm going to show you how to transfer your Wix domain name over to Namecheap, and then we're going to point it at your new website. Alright, so the next step is to transfer your Wix domain away from Wix and into your Namecheap account. So I'm on the Wix website in the help section, and here it explains everything you have to do to transfer your domain name away from Wix. So the first thing you need to do is log into your Wix account. Then you have to click on domain names in the top right, and then click on the arrow next to the relevant domain name, and then you want to click on the advanced tab. Then after, you want to click transfer away from Wix and send code. Now before you do this, there are a couple notes that Wix has for you. The first thing is, in order to transfer a domain name, you need to own it for 60 days. So if you've only had your domain name for 30 days, you have to wait. Unfortunately, you have to wait another 30 days for the transfer to be eligible. But if you bought your website with Wix a long time ago and you've had your domain name for more than 60 days, you can transfer it away right now. Another thing that you need to be aware of is you have to turn off auto renewals. So again, you would go to your domain settings and you would turn off auto renewal, and also you need to disable domain privacy for your domain name. So private domain registration, you need to disable that, and then you can transfer your domain name. And also it says here that the process can take up to 7 days. So after you've transferred your domain name, make sure to send Wix an email just to remind them that you're transferring away, and tell them to release your domain name. After that, you're probably going to have to wait 7 days. It might take sooner, but you basically are going to receive an email from Wix with your transfer code. And that transfer code is what you need in order to transfer the domain name. So after you have received the transfer code, you're going to go back over to Namecheap. And under domains, you're going to go to transfer, and you're going to type the domain name that you're transferring here. And then you're going to click on transfer. Now the next page that you're going to be taken to is going to look something like this. You're going to have a place right here at the top where you're going to set your EPP code. Now the EPP code is your transfer code that you're going to receive from Wix. So you're just going to go here and you're going to click this link, and you're going to enter your EPP code, and then you're going to confirm your order. And after you've confirmed your order and paid for this domain name through Namecheap, because now they are the provider of the domain name, and you're going to be buying it from them, not from Wix. So you confirm your order, and you're going to receive an email from Namecheap asking you to confirm the transfer. So make sure to be checking your email. Click on the confirm transfer link in your email, and your transfer will be confirmed. After your transfer is confirmed, you're going to go back into your dashboard for Namecheap, under Namecheap, and your domain name is going to appear under your domain name list. So find your domain name and click on manage. And now we're going to set the name servers for this domain name. So go back to your email, where the email that you received from HostGator with your first name server and your second name server, and you're going to take those again, and you're going to copy those over to your Namecheap domain name. So under the domain name, again, go to custom DNS right here, and cut and paste those name servers here. Cut and paste them. After you've pasted the name servers, just click this checkbox right here to save your settings. And now, as usual, it's probably going to take a couple hours for this change to take effect. But there's another step that we need to do, and that's we need to log into our website, and we need to change the domain name on the website itself, and also in our main HostGator account. Now the final step is to change the domain name on the website itself, and then in your HostGator account. So first, log into your WordPress dashboard, and then go over to settings and click on general. Under here, there are two places where you have to change your domain name to your old Wix domain name that you're transferring. So you would change it under the WordPress address, and you would change it under the site address. And then you would click save. Then you would go to your email. The first email you ever received from HostGator, it's going to have a link to your billing portal. So you go to that link, and we're going to change a few settings here. So once you're in your account, click on Packages, and right beside your domain name, you're going to click on Actions and then change my domain name. Now here is where you're going to put that same Wix domain name that you've used when you edited your WordPress site settings. So it's that same domain name. You would put it into 3 places. You would change it here under under WordPress address, then you would change it under site address, and finally you would change it under the domain under the HostGator account under packages. So that's it, guys. I hope your transfer goes smooth, and if you've liked this video, press like. If you want to share it with your friends, go ahead and do so. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Thanks a lot for watching. See you next time.